not just keys, dreams as well, right? Of trying to be the Esports World Cup champions.
Hopes, dreams, everything you've been working for
Like that confidence, anything you want to ask them to turn.
There's blood, sweat and tears on the line. You get here to Paris, it goes wrong off the back of 2 days. And you got to stare at Barney crashing your keys. Oh, bud, what a nightmare.
He's good at that. He's good at that too.
He always sort of, he G's you up and makes you feel good about it, but you've lost.
But you lost.
You've lost, Jukes. It's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't want to go home here and now because there's still so much prize pool left to be had and history left to be made here. So we got the plane path, we got the circle, and it looks like we're going to be heading in a similar position as we saw in the last game, right? Los Leones in play, La Bendita in play as well. But no hot drops once again. Tomorrow, as we get into the day after tomorrow, is going to be interesting because we heard there from the Rebel that there is a possibility he is going to see some hot drops. But hey, even one of the best is like, let's avoid them, right? I think you guys can drop, take your side of the loot, but let us get out of here. We'll fight you later on.
Yeah, I think the sheer size and scope of the competition here, right, it's one of those where if we were going for like a Maxman insight, it'd be a matter of it's just pointless. The risk versus reward is so low, just play your own game, right? Then you've got someone like me where I'm saying, yeah, but it is kind of fun, though.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, that's for sure.
But yeah, you're right. Strategy-wise, you probably avoid that.
Yeah, pretty much at all costs. I mean, your chances of getting all 4 eliminations without losing a single player are just so low, and 99% of the time it happens, it's putting you so far behind rotationally. So even if you do get those eliminations, you're late to circle, and you end up with 5 points instead of a possible, like, 20-point game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, it's really, really difficult to deal with.
And that's factoring in everyone actually survives as well, right?
Yeah.
You lose one player, it's just such a cutthroat response now. It makes it so much easier for the conversions. This level of play as well, right? The drills are so much cleaner. You see a 3-man team, you're just thinking, oh, this is a field day. One less player, yeah, let's just clean it up. Push together, outnumber them, get the trade, easy pickings.
That's what it's all about here. Let's take a look here at the leaderboards, all right? We got GOAT in first place now with 47 points, looking really good. 4 Thrives right behind him here. Man, this top 5 is pretty dang close. Only 10-point difference so far. So for these top 3 squads, make it top 4. This is their opportunity to make a little bit of a point gap for tomorrow. And for the rest of the lobby, they need to clutch this one up here and now. But it's already starting to feel like it's going to be a pretty close group here.
I think so, man, especially with some of the results we got out of that prior game, right, where we hit sort of around sort of the 9-minute mark. We had that awkward encounter on the road with the Aurora drive-by. That resulted in like 3 teams being absolutely crippled for a good late-game finish from the amount of eliminations they suffered. Then everyone else just starts to lick their wounds and really play slow. Just didn't work. And you come into a lobby like this now with what we've seen, right? That strategic, slower approach that's been working from GOAT. Honestly, I think their defaults have been really clean. Like the mechanical approach from it, it's good rotations. The comms have been clean to allow them to set up. And once again, they want a later wrap in where they will just happily sit in the blue, loot up, look for an end game. It's where they're at their best. I won't lie. Early game, it does look a bit shaky. But they get to a late game circle, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, if they can just play it just a little bit conservatively and make sure they can reach to that late game, I mean, we could definitely see some great things from GOAT. Absolutely. Right now, everybody just playing a little bit of game and keep away, just trying to get looted up and set it up for the end game here. Aurora, a little bit of a dry spell here in the past couple of games. They still have some great points on the board. One good game here could definitely set them up. But some other teams, I think I would really like to see a good performance here. Going to be all those squads in that 9th, pretty much on down position. This is a good opportunity for them to go into tomorrow with a lot more confidence. Out of all those names on the list, I'm looking at Furia, right? I mean, this is a Brazilian squad, tons of potential. They got a phenomenal coach in Coach Knight, and we know what they can do. It's just been taking them a little long here to get started. So with this kind of lobby and only so many games left, you can't really let off the pedal this quickly. You got to start putting that pedal to the metal.
Yeah, this is the sort of match where you need a big finish for the end of the day. Leave yourself in a better mindset when they get back to the sort of prac room or the hotel as well, right? They can unpack the bag, but obviously much easier if there is some good benefit to speak about. Some moments they can look on fondly and say, look, we were already adapting and fixing things as the day went on. Let's refine that going into day 2. If once again it kind of blows up in their face, then yeah, those conversations are a lot more awkward and probably not as productive. Like you say, it's kind of similar, at least, as this has gone on for Aurora. A very talented squad, individuals that can absolutely lamp other, but some awkward moments. I'm also kind of impressed by the fact that although it's not been the best day overall in terms of the point game for Gaming Star, the way they've been able to just ruin some good squads' lives. Yeah. They're just stealing the odd player here and there. And those eliminations have been really bad for our top teams.
It's like they have just been pestering these teams, right? Like you see a squad that just looks so good, like, oh, look, and then just, boom, all of a sudden you see random knock from Gaming Star. Like you see their name always in these critical fights. You know, they're down in 14th place. So they need to get that big win. You know, I just want to see them, instead of just kind of going for those steal plays all the time, try to find that end game. That's where you're going to put up those serious points. And a team that is definitely serious here in this one is 4 Thrives, man. Great start for our PMGO Season 1 champs here. Looking to get another title underneath their belt. And man, I'll tell you what, if 4 Thrives win this one, ooh, that's gonna put them in the history books at this point.
It'd be unbelievable, dudes. The result would seem so much just for the players, the organization, but the nation as well, with the amount of excitement.
Oh yeah.
It's the fact, even here, live in France, right, we've heard some of that energy building up. Falak's popping off. It starts to get loud in here.
Oof, man, I'll tell you what, even my DMs are blowing up. Like, hey, have you met 4 Thrives yet? Have you seen them yet? You know, I'm like, yeah, I've seen them, man.
I got the jersey, yeah, don't worry.
I talked to them. These guys are always such kind folks, and a great set of people, great team overall. And I got a lot of high hopes for that squad, as well as so many others, man. I mean, it's great to see, like I mentioned earlier, just how well this whole lobby has developed here over time. But now I think it's time to maybe even add GOAT to that list, because GOAT could be that new rising star team that is looking to etch their name in the history books. Next zone, about to go on up. Very, very quiet start here. You could definitely see that these teams are not going to be dealing with any kind of fatigue here, as they know that they got to play hard up until the last second. And with a Southern shift like this, that's going to make this brutal.
We've gone from what will be a very quiet start to, you imagine, quite an explosive back-to-back connection of engagements on the rotation here now then. Looking far worse for wear with some of our teams. 4 Thrives already in a good position from where they were pre-zone shift, and they can try and get set up with a good compound to play with. You're going to have Furia and Aurora coming in to link up as well. The mass migration of squads that are all condensing in. And honestly, mate, this works out in a weird way for GOAT, because they love those late wraps into the zone. They're happy to sit in the blue outside of circle for as long as they can.
Yeah, I mean, other teams were set up pretty, but now they're having, everybody's going to have to move with this zone. Yeah, Furia, silence! The tire has been popped, and there's nothing you could do. That's 4 Thrives. You could hear the crowd starting to pop off the second they saw that elimination. But guys, again, that is what you got to do. If you see a buggy, aim for the tires. You hit the right one of those front ones, boom, that vehicle's spinning out.
Not the kind of donut you want at an event like this, mate. Big play there to open it up from them. The first elim goes the way of IQ as 4 Thrives do open it up with a nice initial pick onto Silence. Dive out through the window. The mantle giving free time to damage here from 4 Thrives again, Jukes. Peaks clean as well. Trader blows, looking for the follow-up off the nade. Barely bursts outside the window.
Man, these peaks back at 4th are insane there for Locke. Getting some good damage on the Chief, but Chief getting a couple shots in return. It's both these teams just peppering each other little by little. But this is honestly a good place for them where they can both just share it out for a little while, you know? Like, you got a good central position. Take your time. Don't put yourself in a compromising spot to lose a player early, and just wait for that end game. Now, looking at the circle, Jackie, quick question. What do you see, right? Anything interesting?
You looking at these late rotations, mate, from the boys at the back there, coming in playing a very slow game from what has otherwise been a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, Enigma Galaxy all the way in Montenuevo. Wow, so they are coming in super late here. A little bit of a different strategy than we saw before. Let's see how they're going to be able to handle that one, because this zone is already jam-packed. It is Los Leones. There's a lot of places you can hide, but we might get that nice urban finish. At least that's what it's looking like so far.
Kind of mirrored on either side here as well. You got the coastline wrap in, right? Killer Joe and Foops that have been pretty good as an aggressive duo. With Force and Moxie playing this backline assault. If they run into RRQ, could be an opportunity to take the fight to them. Aurora, if they can set up as well, mate, chances that they're just going to have clashes ushered towards them. But Jukes, that's the shift.
Are you kidding me? That's the perfect shift for a team like GOAT, because they were already on the rotation, and now they have an open path into this next zone. It's not going to be like that for when it comes to the side of Enigma Galaxy. They're a little bit late to the party here, so they're going to have to fight their way in. That's for sure, because there's not a lot of spots left. EK, they'll take those points all day long.
DK been good for the occasional duel here in close combat. Tops just looking to try and cut his losses. Heads out the way of TTG though. That's going to be fun to talks. Looking to see if they can light. You get hits of power.
Sometimes you have some teams that are dead center that just say, hey, you guys look that way, we'll look this way, and fight each other later on. But no, these guys do not like sharing any real estate nearby. Enigma Galaxy, again, late in the zone. They're going to have to eat a little bit of blue damage here, scout things out, move up just little by little.
It feels like they've just been kind of hunting, right? Tracking OG's rotates and looking to make sure they never reveal themselves until they're in a position to actually build off the back of playing that card with how slow they've opted to approach this one. Thinking about late game, thinking about placements and elims on it. And not wanting to risk faltering early. Killer Joe with a bit of a scouting play, slightly further advanced. You got that close grouping from AGAL and Aurora, just trying to get the read on that from the elevation. Meanwhile here, Gaming Star and Furia, Ulf up on the ridge side. Let's see if they can do it again, bud.
Last as a full squad and get like a really true engagement, but they're finding these little cheeky angles and just making it so difficult on the rest of these teams here. They are sitting in that cutoff position right there in 14th place. You can see that down on the bottom right. Top three at the end of tomorrow are eliminated. Their keys, their dreams are going to get crushed. So we'll have to see a team like Gaming Star make it happen here and now. Enigma Galaxy, yeah, still pushing in this blue zone. Wondering where this next zone is going to pop. A little bit more of a central zone here, so nothing crazy. We're going to have to see teams scramble into this next circle, and after that pop, Coops is like, all right, time to go. Let's get into this next zone and find our spot.
In the meantime, KRX as well, getting their sights honed in. One shot back over, getting the initial knock onto TTG. So Thunder Talks losing Zing so far. Awake looking on the periphery to see where this is coming from as Hooksy hard commits onto it, gets the flush, and another elim point going their way. They're first on the board for this last game here on day one of the competition.
Under talking last place. Just they ended up finding at least a spot of coverage in this zone. They're pretty dead center here, so this is their time to shine here. And there's Gaming Stars, right? Catching Ayala there. Rolex 20 gonna be busting out that nade. Let's see if either of these teams are gonna get one. Oh, yeah, he saw that one coming. Said back it up. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. I'd like to see Gaming Stars maybe group up a little bit more here, as they are very, very split, especially for a team currently in 14th place. Meanwhile, though, Furia, you got Ayala just holding this warehouse all by himself for now. The rest of his team's gone. Yeah, Chief, Igor are already dead center, so it's literally just Ayala against the world there.
Meanwhile, this is what's been setting up over on the ridge side. It's RRQ up close towards Goat. Oh, Force as he set up for it. He's got support from Killer Joe in the back line. Diving out of the vehicle, but he takes the fight straight to them. DBS doing blitz as he commits with a headshot. RRQ gonna rage quit from that one as he claps back instantaneously. And Force still tracking him down as well. They look to try and take the peak back over. SMG play gets paid off that one. Goat gonna lose a man.
He did not expect the push that quickly. The rest of GOAT, unfortunately, not able to support him in time. Now they're hearing this engagement, though. That is a nice nade. That one definitely stung. Moxie said, I got one more for you. I got one more for Force. And now Boops Man is in the mix, looking to punish RRQ for taking out their teammate. But you're going to have to do it the hard way here because RRQ, they got the smokes up, they got the support, and the same exact play, but shut down from a nade of Killer Joe.
Low on HP though, Fuchs can't afford to make another mistake, needs backup from the boys to save their bacon here. Killer Joe looking for the close quarters engagement. That's the spam on the first, take the confirmation with a backup of Moxie, locks inside the smoke, but they deal with it, Jukes.
And that is GOAT on the move once again. 4 eliminations here. That's going to put a little bit more points on that leaderboard. Puts them up to 51. They did lose 1 player in the process. But when you're on top of the leaderboards, man, that gives you a lot more breathing room to do what you got to do. But, man, we got pretty much a true Los Leones finish here. This is going to be interesting. We're going into the last second.
Urban combat embodied, bud. It's going to be a very different encounter from what we've seen on some of our final fights throughout today. Lula as well. Losing another man there as Gaming Star once again takes shots over, getting the confirmation off with a Mini 14. Bit of a knock back onto him as well. Looks like Maniac should be able to reset that one with Rolex deep in the back line towards the very split setup from Furia. Oh, and he goes down.
Oh, yeah. So Gaming Star are going to lose 1. They're going to have 3 on the edge of the circle. GOAT team are going to have to start pushing on in. Everybody else is already in this zone, so don't expect a crazy amount of movement here. I think we're going to see a lot of teams just kind of turtle up for a little bit longer. But yeah, every time you have a Los Leones finish here, there's so much cover that I am not going to be shocked that we see this literally go until the final seconds of that Zone 9.
Got the coach cam POV there as well for Geekate.
He's watching. Now he's looking at the camera.
Those eyes dialed in, hoping the squad will be able to deliver once again here. 2 elims racked up so far, Duke. Still alive and standing with all 4 members as well. Had a great start to the day. What's their finish going to be like?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question. And you can see right now, looking at the leaderboards, we got a few squads that have done very well today. And the mid-pack can still bounce up here and now. So it's anybody's game here, folks. After this game, we'll have 6 more matches tomorrow. That's going to be it for Group A. But we ain't there yet. We still got this game left to go. So I am not surprised that we're seeing a lot of teams play this very calculated, very deliberate. Nothing fancy here in the last game, right? Don't make any kind of crazy pushes where you're going to get yourself third-partied. Just get some good coverage. You know, look out with that 3 peak. If you can see an easy knock and finish, go for it. Other than that, just play it safe.
No reason to run unnecessary risks, but for Moxie, he might not have a choice in that matter. That's Flash finding the weakened knee. Backup being called for, Jukes, but it's a little bit late on the rotate, so Moxie's done for. Killer Joe peeks up topside. Good shots onto a win, changing his name to defeat off the back of that one with the headshot delivering. And tops all that's left. 1v2 versus the GOAT crew.
And he is on the run now. Yeah, he said, you know what, I don't know if I want any of this. He hops in that buggy, and he's going to be looking for some random spot in this next zone to hopefully extend his tournament life just a little bit longer for his team. That's
Aurora again playing their card. Quick from Alula, getting hit heavy. And Top's actually caught to give away a 3-point over the Enigma there, as they will hit that one on the drive-by. So getting themselves a cheeky elim on the board. Seeing if they can start to build off the back of that. They've been given a lot of space since they got into the zone. It was a slow rotate, but they've been sitting pretty. And at some point, OG might contest up towards them. We see the zone condense in. It could change things. Flower H with a good elevated angle as well towards the window side for AGAL.
Here we go, though. 10 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to find out where this next zone goes. And when that happens, we are definitely going to see some eliminations. So let's just see. Will it go up to that north and have so much coverage? It goes dead center. All right. I can feel a shift in the air of this room, as now we got quite a few teams are going to have to make the move. You got X-Force, Rejects, KRX, Ulf, Gaming Stars, even Alula going to have to start making a push into the zone. Meanwhile, Aurora sitting in a great spot. Ulf with the Golden Verado, trying to find a place of safety, and Aaron gets popped off by T24.
That's 4 Frags coming alive again from the back. Leaning in through the window, wants Aurora take the full frontal assault, but Chief claps straight back instantly and domes him out on the stairwell. IQ, eyes lighting up as him and Valak are able to take shots over towards Gaming Stars. So 4 Frags starting to get into the groove of things now. 4 elims to their name, but the difference is, Jukes, that's still a full 4 squad here in kicking.
That is right. 4 points on the board for 4 Thrives. Yeah, it's starting to feel like victory for them as they are getting into this end game, playing it very, very carefully. Now, 2-minute warning. My prediction, we're going to see a whole lot of nada for 2 minutes, but then once that zone pops, woo, things are going to really pop off. It's that planning phase right now, right? Now's the time to tell your team, all right, zone goes here, we're going in that direction. And, oh, man, Alula running out the building there. That you can't do that.
The Qiddiya City grid starting to get loud as we can hear the crowd giving their energy over towards 4 Frags. You can see them getting excited, and they did deliver from the peak they took onto Alula. Hit some nice shots from quite far away. Aurora's POV currently maintaining overlook on this encounter between OG and Enigma on the other side of things. It's a decent position, Jukes. You expose yourself, they could get some quick shots off, and we know they're good from range.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, right? If you're able to shoot at them first, you're going to be just okay. And it looks like Falak is looking to do just that. Oh, my. They almost 1-2-3'd them right there. You can just see that they were like, all right, 1, 2, 3. Ah, and Top is going to be the one to get that elimination. 2 for the side of Aurora. They have their whole squad up. And this is where they really play their best with some good high ground. They are going to make something happen. And they know that there's a player in that warehouse.
They've had a read on Quick for quite some time. He's just trying to stay alive. Keep out of trouble for as long as possible. Let the other squads take themselves out of the competition. If he can try and rat a bit of a later game finish on it. Meanwhile, Hooksy taking the shots back over to TTG. Reject Shiva finding an angle onto him, though. To KRX. At least suffering casualties. Hang on a minute, though. That's Aurora getting spotted out by 4 Frags. Both of those high ground angles in play, and they're starting to engage upon one another.
Yeah, they know this next zone is going to make things interesting. So if they can get a couple of knocks to kind of buy them some time here in case that zone hard shifts away, that is going to be huge. So yeah, you can see Aurora Gaming out in the open now, trying to find some angles onto either Quick or 4 Thrives. But with this zone shift, now 4 Thrives and Aurora are no longer in this circle. They got to get moving.
The position that's done so much for them has to be conceded, and everyone else is scrapping down on the ground floor. KRX up close on the Reject, kick them out. They're the new landlords of the compound. But can Baby make the payment in time? Looking for the push out with a nade here, wants to cook it to perfection. Jukes timing not going to work for him.
Fortunately didn't calculate that interest just right. And now Benny said, how about some of that? Ooh, that one definitely was a warning sign. Let's see what KRX could do, though. Sitting in 4th place right now, in a good position, looking to definitely add to that. But X-Force reject. It's Baby all by himself trying to make something happen.
Hey, man, this is 4 Fribes as well, dealing with an outside encounter just adjacent to the zone, with Furia taking the fight to them, but Furia being dethroned. 4 Fribes, 7 elims.
Woo! They are turning things up here. We saw them start the tournament so strong, and they're looking to end it in the same exact fashion. Aurora looking to make some noise here in this game as well, though. Rocking a big split. Doc up on top of that building is going to have to make something happen. There goes Killer Joe as Enigma Galaxy. They're going to take that. GOAT team are eliminated.
They had a good run today, but it's 4 Fribes that are still going, still fighting, and it seems like they're confident to attempt to push up, possibly collapse round onto Reject and KRX here as this one develops, Dukes.
Oh, full lock getting shot in the back, though, by Baby. That's going to hurt. T24 now, and going to have to make a play, but Baby gets eliminated. That's now 8 on the side of 4 Thrives. They'll take that all day long.
Falak down and out. The 3 fingers and 1 hand remaining here for 4 Fribes. KRX, they've got a read on the situation, but can't force the issue quickly enough to build or capitalize off the weakened players. They heal themselves up. Meanwhile, you can see this close grouping. Aurora, OG, Ulf, and Enigma Galaxy all on top of one another with pot shots being fired out.
Here we go. The nades are starting to ring out. Satan's going to try to get this connection here onto OG. Ooh, Satan gets shot in the back. Going to have to go down with this. Teammate Coops gets eliminated and thirsted. It's going to be all about the utility here. Oh my gosh, a little bit of a rainbow shot there from Satan. That nade looks good, but Ralph getting knocked at this time is the worst case scenario for NGX.
It's a quick flush from OG. Lord looking to prime the nade, 2 seconds left, dashes it out, could be good for the tag, bounces slightly further back. But Lord doesn't get the same safety. Goodbye, Satan, as OG take the fight straight to Enigma and remove them from the battleground.
Orangutan making it happen here. Now they're starting to make some noise. Meanwhile, you got Aurora holding on to these silos. Wolf Esports still in the mix with 2 players up. And Doc, what's he going to do about that? Orangutan's starting to get on fire. Here they go. Thunder Talk, get a knock on the KRX. Shots ringing out absolutely everywhere.
They ain't stopping, Jukes. They single-handedly run straight through everything that's put up by DRX. They look
messing around. Now you got Wolf Esports hiding in the corner, just waiting, hoping that one of these players will run right in front of them. The trap is set. When will it be sprung? But oh, 224 gets the knock on to Doc. That is critical.
right now. 4 Fribes have been the dominant force in this lobby.
Watch out.
They are running through Miramar. Elimination after elimination. Everyone is feeling the reverbs that are coming off of the pot shots right now from the Fribes roster. And they got their eyes lighting up, looking for more peaks from Geeke, hoping they'll take the fight, but it's AGAL with a connection up. T24 hits the deck. And Geeke might try and advance from it, Jukes.
Let's see if they can. AGAL. No, only one elimination here so far. They still have their whole squad up, but now they're starting to push. This is stage 9, folks. This zone is about to go into nothing, and we got a whole bunch of teams still remaining. Who's gonna win this one? It's all about who can hit those shots, who's got that clutch factor. We're about to find out.
In the ground floor, Geeke set up for the aggression. Top side, T24 low. Looking for the pick-up play to save things here. IQ with an aid in his hand, but Maple's got one of his own. Good chuck on it, could be primed!
Oh!
That's a big connection from Maple! AGL absolutely giving it right now. And the squad that's been on top might come crumbling down.
They're hurt. 4 Thrives is in trouble. It's all up to Zypher by himself. Gonna have to make a play. He gets one. Can he do the drop down? Can he hit the shots? Geeke Safji is still alive, and that is it. 4 Thrives go down. Now it's up to Aurora to make something happen. It's Joel all by his lonesome, but Orangutan are looking too strong at this point.
They got the firepower right now, Jukes. Response back over's good. Say goodbye to Geek as they go down as well. Ragnarok's time is well and truly past. There's the shot over onto Aurora. And easy pickings for them in the final moments. OG, bring it on home with the last chicken dinner in the day, Paris!
Let's go! Make some noise for OG as they end the day with that chicken dinner.
An incredible game. A display of talent, aggression, and so many sickening plays. We saw 4 Thrives living their movie on the grand stage. It was a blockbuster hit in Paris. But it's OG that see it through as the crowd gets fired up. You've been wonderful today, Paris. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Let's get it going here, man. Paris ain't messing around here. Neither is Orangutan. Every single one of these teams are making some noise. That is right. Man, I'll tell you what, tomorrow is going to be absolutely insane. Guys, mark your calendars here because we're seeing 3 teams go home after that. 5 teams heading straight to the finals, and the rest going to be sweating bullets, baby, because this lobby is stacked.
It's been clinical today, Jukes. And you can see the difference of expression, man.
Oh, man, Malak just staring into the distance right now, just thinking, I wonder what the finals is going to be like. These guys are looking good.
Man, it's insane. So damn good as well, just hearing everyone's energy getting fired up.
Yes, I love this setup. We got the crowd right behind us right here. Everybody's bringing the hype. That's what I love to see.
You got the OG cheers as well. Jumping in the
go.
crowd, Jukes. They're getting nice and hyped. And to be fair, they deserve it. You close it clutch at the end there, man.
Not an easy game at all, guys. I mean, that was not gifted in the slightest. It was a brutal last match. Los Leones finish. 6 teams remaining in Zone 9. Are you kidding me? But, I mean, hey, they had that little ridge line on the south side. They used it to their advantage. But you still got to hit those shots and make those plays. And OG said, hey, you know what? You give us that opportunity, we're going to take it.
And they bossed it. They absolutely bossed it. So many moments of excitement there. The ebb and flow of storylines we've had today. Let's have a little bit of a look back at a replay from that one as well, Jukes.
Yeah, we can see right now that drop.